I hope everybody is doing good. How is everyone? How are you all? I am going to make sure that my volume's up. Hi, Carla. Hi, Susan. Hi, Linda. Hi, Bet. How is everyone? Hi, Shannon. How are you? Hi, Linda. How is everyone? Hi, Lori. No, Shannon, nobody can hear you, but I can see what you're writing. So I hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are good, good, good. So I am almost done with my ridiculous paperwork extravaganza. So I'm excited about that. My desk is not clean. I have been, in my manic moments, I have been making mail art. And I thought maybe I'd make some mail art with you guys today. Hi, Samantha. Nobody can hear you, Shannon, but I can see your comments. Hi, Amberly. Hi, Kayla. It's Aloha Friday. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am so happy it's Friday. Hi, Lisa. You guys chat me in all caps if you wanna get my attention. Sometimes the chat goes by faster than I see, and I don't want to miss anything you guys have to say. Hi, Nancy. So I have almost finished my paperwork extravaganza. Almost, not quite. And in the meantime, I have been making mail art, and I put up a short mail art video, and that was kind of fun. Guys, I need a trash, and I don't have a trash. Let me see if I can get Hottie to get me a trash. I need, like, a trash can. So I've been making mail art, and it's been a lot of fun, and I think you guys might want to jump in and make some mail art, too. But I'll make some today with you. It's like making painty papers, but you just make it with like, thinking that you're going to, like, mail it out as mail. Okay, but I got some happy mail, and I want to share it with you guys. I haven't even opened it. I just got home and got the mail, and I'm excited. So I'm going to move my mail art over, and then we can talk about mail art, and we can talk about what to do with mail art. And so if you guys want to paint along, I'm making mine on magazine pages. You can make yours on anything. You want to make it on something that you can actually put in the post. And I'm going to use some of my stamps that Carla made from Caged Fish. So if you guys haven't... Hi, Vicky. Hi, Joyce. If you guys haven't gone over and checked out her channel, go over and do it. Hi, Deanna. We're happy to have you. So we're going to work... I'm going to use some of her stamps, too. I made a couple of other stencils of my own using packaging. We'll do a little Tim Holtz stencil review. You guys know I'm not in love with some of them, but some of them I like. But we'll get to that in just a minute. And I also want to talk about those gelato crayons. I'm sorry, guys, my desk is a mess. And so I'll talk about those gelato crayons. So I got this in the mail today. You guys, I'm like super, super stoked. I am just beyond stoked. Okay, so it has my name on it with my address. And then on the back, look who it's from. All the way from South Africa, you guys. It's from Marcy. I am like over the moon, okay? So I am so excited. All the way from South Africa. I can't believe it. I'm like super excited. And she sent it to me on brown paper with some little girls on it, so I'm going to definitely use those. And in my own artwork. All the way from South Africa. I'm like so excited. And look, it's in a brown envelope. We don't have envelopes like this here. Right? I'm excited. I'm excited. So I don't know how to take it apart so that I can actually use it. Let me see. You guys, taking it apart so I can reuse it. You know me, gotta reuse everything. Gotta have the reusing part. Gotta reuse it. Oh, well, it's split on one side, so I guess I can go ahead and cut it Guess I can cut it where it's split, where the tape was. Oh, you guys, I'm so excited. If you guys don't belong to our group on Facebook, come on over and join us. It's called Crafting Mamas on Facebook. And I'm going to say, maybe I'll take a peek at the card. I'll show you the card, and maybe I won't read it. Oh my gosh, it's a cross-stitch card. You guys, can you see it? Let me see if I can. Hi, Rosemary. Hang on, let me see if I can. Hi, Kathy. Let me see if I can. Guys, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit so you can see it. The zoom does not always work on my it doesn't always work on my, but I want you guys to see this. This is, like, look, it's cross-stitch. She made me a cross-stitch card. Hi, Cassandra. Hi, Trish. Isn't it cute? Oh, my gosh, you guys. I'm going to have to use it as a journal cover. Oh, wow. She just tells me that she made this journal. So she sent me a journal. I'm so excited. From a brown paper bag. And the fabric's called... Oh, you guys, I can't read her writing. It's beautiful, but my eyesight's not that good. It's made by some certain kind, with some fabric from South African tribes. And, she just says she's made this with a lot of love. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm going to cry. Ooh. And I love the napkin that she sent. I'm going to use that in my journaling, and she sent some really cool washi tape, too. You know, you guys know me. I gotta save it all. I will use it all. One of my kids told me the other day that I have a recycling addiction. A recycling for craft addiction. So, I guess I do. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm gonna cry. I am really gonna cry. This is unbelievably beautiful. Look at this journal. Oh my gosh, and it has an elephant on it. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm going to cry. I'm totally going to cry. And she sewed it. It's beautiful. Made with South African fabric. Oh my gosh. Guys, I was a textile designer for a long time. Oh my goodness. Textiles are kind of, next to paper, textiles are my weakness. Look at this. Can you guys see the leaves? Look. Oh my gosh, you guys. It is so beautiful. I'm really gonna cry. Hi, APG. Oh my gosh, Marcy, this is a gorgeous journal. Look at this journal, you guys. Oh my gosh, look. And she has her serendipity paper in here and book pages. And her serendipity paper. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, Marcy. Everybody, let's send some love to South Africa, to Marcy. You know, we have two wonderful ladies from South Africa in our group, Marcy and Sarita. And, oh, wow, look. A wet January, a wet spring. And it's got beautiful leaves on it and handmade paper. Oh, you guys. And library pockets. We don't see those ever, huh? You guys, this is gorgeous. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to use it. I have to think about what I want to use it for. Oh, and it has my favorite thing, the crinkly paper of coffee dyed paper. How many of you guys are addicted to the crinkle, the noise of coffee dyed paper? Look at her tags. Aren't they beautiful? Oh my gosh. Wow. And look at all the paper bag bits. Oh, I love it. And buttons. I want a button card. I love it. And look, snaps. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And look, another one of her serendipity paper or painty paper cards. I think it's a painty paper card. Oh, I love it. Oh, Marcy, if you're watching this, please know that I'm sending you, I'm just great. It's just gorgeous. I'm like speechless. And more painty paper cards. And look at her painty paper here. Oh, it's beautiful. I love the noise too. I'm like addicted to it. It's ridiculous, right? Guys, we had a bad rainstorm here the other day and all the electricity went out. And some of my things in the garage, some of my books in the garage got wet. And I was like kind of excited actually. Oh, you guys, the whole journal's a paper bag. Duh, I'm like a little look. She sewed the fabric around the paper bag. Oh, you guys, look at the front. It's got handmade envelopes with a bird, with bits, and look at this cool paper clip. Can you guys see it? I don't even know how well you can see it. Can you guys see the paper clip? It's like a Christmas tree. Beautiful. Hi, Lizzie. Hi, Susan. We're happy you're here. Hi, Ash. And so, wait, and look. Oh, my goodness. Oh, she made me, oh, look. She made me an ATC made with painty papers. Oh, you guys look, and it has a charm on it. Oh, Marcy, thank you so much. I'm, like, so moved. Thank you, guys. It's so beautiful. Thank you, Marcy. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, ladies. Thanks for always thinking of me. Thank you for your kindness, your generosity, and for your friendship. I really appreciate it more than anything. Look, it's got a paper bag. This whole journal's a paper bag. Oh, my God, you guys. I love it. Oh, so awesome. This is amazingly beautiful. Look, with her elephant. It's almost like a purse. Like I could use it like a purse. And when she sewed it here, oh, I love it. All the way from South Africa. Wow, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You guys can see her work on Crafting Mamas. If you join the Facebook group, you can see Marcy's work there. This is so beautiful. Big hugs, Marcy. Love, love, love. And I'll read my card later. Love, love, love. What a nice surprise. What a wonderful surprise. So tell me how you girls are doing. And tell me what's going on with you guys. I want to hear. Let me see. Who did I miss? Hi, Jane. Susan got a journal too, and yours was a paper bag. Oh, awesome. Hi, Pam. Hi, Kathy. Marcy made it, Lizzie. Marcy from South Africa. You were not late. We just started. So I want to show you guys what I've been making. If any of you guys caught my mail art video, I've been making mail art. Okay, I've been doing my, I've been in my paperwork heaven, as I call it. And so I've had to wait I have been scanning and scanning and scanning documents and paper. And while I'm waiting for the scanner, I've been making mail art. So it's made from magazine pages. So, and I thought maybe I'd do the process with you guys today. I can't do the sewing. I guess I could if I went and brought my sewing machine over here, but you don't have to sew it. You can use washi tape to close it. But these are all painted magazine pages. And let me zoom back out. I'm a little sorry, guys. See, I can't. You guys, I do need a new camera, and I'm working on it. I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm working on it. Let me see if I can. Guys, I don't know what I'm doing. So I've been making lots of mail art. And somebody wrote me a comment and said, what is mail art? So mail art is basically, hi Tanya, how are you? You got a new big shot? Congratulations, awesome. Hi Scotty, hi Mary. Awesome, you guys are all here together. So mail art is, you can send mail any way you'd like to, but mail art is just the art of making envelopes and stuff like that that are artistically, that are actually pieces of art, right? And then you just use them as mailers and you mail. You can stick stuff in them as well. You can stick your art inside of them. But the whole idea is some people just send out plain envelopes and they don't put anything in it. They just send the envelope out as mail art. And there's no rule to how you want to make your mail art. You can do it any way you'd like. So you guys know I was talking to you about how I moved my craft room, and then my daughter decided that she wants to have that room instead of the little tiny space that she's sleeping in. Mind you, I had asked her before I moved my craft room. And so now I'm in the process of moving my craft room back. I think I'm getting more exercise moving my craft room. Anyway, so in the midst of all that, I have a very large tub. Hi, Sherry. I have a very large tub of magazines. And so when my daughter was here, hi, Laura. When my daughter was here, she was like, when she was home helping me, like, move her bed back into that room and move it from the little small room. My craft room won't fit in. The other room is just so small. It has, like, room for a twin bed and, like, a dresser, and that's it. You know, it's, like, very tiny. I couldn't film in there. It's, like, the table. I think the table would barely fit in there with the bed. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. So she was commenting that I have too many magazines. And so I started going through and looking at, like, why I kept some of them. I mean, you know, we can't, in my world, I don't think you can have too many magazines. So then I just started ripping the covers off of them. And some of them are fashion magazines and some of them aren't. And I decided I would make some mail art. And with the holidays coming up, I wanted to do some, I always like to send out, if I can, something handmade. And, you know, if I wrote a really nice letter or card and put it inside of a handmade envelope that is, you know, like a painty paper envelope, I think it's just as good as a gift. For me, it would be, if somebody sent me that, I'd be thrilled. Hi, Ann. How's your arm, Ann? I'm hoping it's healing fast. So I thought I'd make some mail art with you guys. So all of these are magazine page covers. And they're not all nice magazines. Some of them are the throwaway ones that you get. A lot of them are the throwaway ones that you get in the mail. Catalogs or just, you know, different types of magazines. Like this one was a... You can still barely see it underneath it. I don't know what it was. I lined them with some book pages, so I can't tell you from the other side. But you guys get some ideas. Like, these are some of the mail art pieces that I've made. Like, this one was a Vogue magazine, because I left it where you could see it, right? You could see the front. This part was Vogue. I don't know that the back cover was, but I lined it with some old Japanese book pages, and I sewed it so that it would be like a big, like a large envelope. So I just thought you guys might want to make some mail art with me. So because I've been doing all this scanning of all these papers, I have all this, I've had a lot of time sitting here close to a scanner where I can't really move far and, you know, painted some papers. So you can see these are ones that I made I think I made these a couple days ago. So also magazine pages, right? So they're just painted on top. So I thought maybe this one might be a Vanity Fair. I don't know what it is. I should have kept it so you can see. This one is also, I think this one's a Vogue too. But I don't know what this one is. And some of them are pages and some of them are covers. So you can do it with covers and pages. So this one I've already done and I've lined. I can't tell you what magazine it is. Oh, here, it was an Estee Lauder ad from the inside of a magazine. And I lined it with a book page. So that when you fold it up to make it an envelope, and it also gives it some more weight. This one is some throwaway magazine from here, like a tourist magazine, and that one needs to have a paper liner. This one, I don't know what it was. But I've had a lot of fun making the artwork. You guys, hang on a second. I think the dog is out crying. Give me 1 second. That's not our dog? Okay, it's not our dog. I heard the dog crying. I thought it was our dog. So you can see these were just an old Japanese workbook. And I'm kind of in love with them. Hey, Jillian. Hi, Beth. Hi, Joni. Hi, Crafty Joy 80. We're happy you're here. So I'm kind of in love with making these mail art. So how many of you guys are interested in making mail art? These I can line the back of. I can just glue the linings on. But it's super fun. Now you can also use these as painty papers in a journal. I will tell you, if you're going to use them as painty papers, pick a thinner liner. I picked sort of a stiff. The book pages in this book are brittle, so I couldn't have really used them as a to write on, because they were falling apart from the book, but they're good enough to mail or back a piece of a thinner magazine page. You're going to be painting along, Laura? Oh, awesome. So this has been my tangent. You guys, I've just been sort of like in a tangent of painting papers to make mail art. And so, you know, if you guys want to make along, all you need is some magazine pages. So, I mean, we can do it together. We do have, I don't know what magazine this is. it was some sort of fashion magazine. My daughter told me that I was ridiculous, that I just keep way too many magazines. So I was like, okay. So it was a Vogue. So here's the back cover of a Vogue. There's a couple of pages. We'll do a couple of pages as well, so you can see. And let's see. I also have like a Sunset magazine. And so I like the covers for mail art, but you don't have to use the cover. You can use an inside cover. You can use a... And I paint multiples at one time, you guys. The idea is not to stress out about it. The idea is to... This looks like it was an old magazine. You guys, I get my magazines from a recycling center. This was a... Oh, it's only 2012. Sometimes I get some from the 80s there. It's like crazy. So the idea is not to stress out about it. The idea is to not really think too much about it. To not put a lot of energy and effort into the thinking of what you're going to lay down, and just to be super organic with it. That's the idea, at least in my world. And here's an Oprah magazine. Let's see. Ooh, this has got some nice thick pages. Now, get your paint. Ooh, this has got a fold out too. Wow, look at that. That one's like a big one. The idea is just to have fun with it, not to like overthink it. It doesn't have to be, we're not going for perfection here. You're going to go for, this is how I do it. You do it any way that works for you. You're going to go for some quick spreading of different colors, and I use all kinds of paint. And you know me and my painting lids. I gotta have my painting lids, and my I'm trying to use up that chalkboard paint. You guys know my chalkboard paint story. That it's like, it never seems like I've used. Seems like I can't use enough of it. What are you guys talking about? Hey, Sandra. You can ask any questions you want, Shannon. If you want me to answer them directly, try to put them in caps. I'm not telling you have to, but because any of the ladies here will pipe in and talk to you too. But I may miss it if it goes by fast in the chat. So, yeah, ask away. You guys are talking about food. Well, that sounds like that's like a craft too, right? Food. And for those of you, if it's your first time, I like to use like these throwaway cards that you get in the mail, and then Starbucks gift cards. You know, one of you guys from the group told me that she went into Starbucks. I have a daughter that gets all of her restaurant. She works in a restaurant. And she gets all of her, like they give incentives and stuff, and they give them in Starbucks gift cards. And she doesn't drink Starbucks. So she gives me the cards, and I obviously use them. And then they're in small denominations, like they give them in $5 and $10 denominations. And so I drink the coffee, and then I use a card. But somebody was telling me that they went into Starbucks and had a gift card, and they were like, oh no, don't throw them away, like they'd used it all up. And then she goes, I want it back, I use it for art. And she said the lady said, do you want some more? And reached in and handed her a handful of Starbucks cards. So I think if you go and ask, they'll give you some Starbucks cards, you know, when people cash them in. So I usually like to have a whole plate of different paint going on, because I'm not going to focus on the color. It always seems to work out. I do kind of obsess over those metallics. I'm like in love with those cheap metallic paints as well. So I'll use those at some point. But for me, and I don't try to cover all of it up, but I do try to cover some of it up. Because, you know, that's the whole point, is I don't want it to be like a I don't want it to be just, I have made mail art with just magazine pages that I've sewn together and mailed to people some stuff. Some of you maybe have been the recipient of some of that. But I like, and I try to let it dry between coats. So that's why I work on multiples at a time. I find that I'm more successful, at least with the painting on magazine covers, if I let it dry. You can sand it if you want, especially if the cover is super slick, you know, but guys, I'm not doing that today. So I got a little bit going on my Oprah magazine, and I'm going to lay her down somewhere so she can dry. I mean, you can use your heat gun, but since we're going to paint for a while together, I figure I'll just keep painting, you know? I think it's kind of good to see some stuff underneath it if you want, but not necessary. What am I missing? I have a lot of chalkboard paint. I bought a bottle like 3 or 4 years ago. Ash says, I do use real books to make altered books. Although you can make your own book if you have thick cardboard or bookboard. You can make your own. You can make your covers out of anything. I just happen to live on an island, and I'm not a big fan of landfills. So, and they do put, I mean, when you live on an island, there's only so many places stuff can go. And so if I can save something from a landfill, I'm just going to go ahead and use it. So I'd rather just use something I already have or something that's going to be thrown away than create something new. So I want to show you guys something so you can see why I like to use the covers, although you can use the pages because some of them are the pages, and why I suggest that you let them dry out completely before you continue to add stuff to it is because here I'm going to show you. So this is the back cover of Oprah magazine, and it's not warping at all. And this is a page from Sunset magazine. Okay, can you see the warping? Can you see the warping in the paint? I mean in the page. It doesn't matter so much because I am going to take it apart and glue it onto another piece of paper, but I'm just letting you know that that's why I go for the cover. But saying that, you can use all of your pages. You can use all of them. Just let them dry thoroughly, and that's why I also use a credit card, because you can spread your paint a lot thinner with a credit card than you can with a brush. Or a mat. If you had a palette knife, use that. So I use rule books. Hi Shirley, welcome, welcome. We're happy you're here. Hi Jillian. Shirley, you're from Canada? Hi, Tammy. We have a lot of people from Canada, I think. I don't know for sure. So I'm just going to let it dry in between coats. I'm just not going to stress out about it and let it dry. And I'm not thinking about my colors. Just put on any color. Get any color down on your paper. You don't have to think about it. Just get some color down. Get any color paint you have, get it down. It all works out in the end. Don't ask me why or how, but it does. And I think the less I think about it, the better it is. Have you guys had a good week? I want to hear about your week. What have you guys been up to? How's your mama, Scotty? How is your sweet mom? And I loved your painty papers that you posted in the group. You guys, please post your art in the group. It's awesome to see. It's really awesome when everybody's sharing their artwork and everything. Because the area I'm painting in is so small, I have like painty papers on the floor everywhere. You're in Alberta? Ooh. Where do where do you live in North Carolina, Shannon? You went craft shopping today? Good for you. You guys, where I live, there ain't a lot of shopping going on. There ain't a lot of shopping going on. So today we had parent-teacher conferences, and I wasn't sure if I was going to make it back on in time, but I did. You just need a base coat, and you can do it multiple colors. It doesn't have to be one. You went to Universal Studios, Elizabeth? That sounds awesome. You use old iTunes cards? Great. I would use them too if I had them. She's cantankerous, Scotty. Hey, that means that means that's something awesome. Hey, Carla. You're close to Charlotte, Shannon? I go to Charlotte all the time. Next time I go, we'll have to get together. My sister doesn't live far from there. Jillian wants to know, what did you buy, Shannon? Carla, how far is Garner? You're not too far either? Oh, well, then we'll have to have a crafty gathering. Oh, me too, Beth. It was like, I was glad the meeting was over. It was just like one of the things you were sitting through and you're asking yourself, why am I doing this? Your nurse told you should stay away from sharp objects, Scotty? No, what happened? Hey, Karen. I can't do the cold weather anymore. Yes, there's whale watching where I live. The whales are here. They had their first whale sighting a couple weeks ago. They usually don't come till November, but yeah, you can whale watch. It's good and it's bad, Cassandra, because where I live, I mean, I love whale watching, but you can see them jumping, and when you're driving, the highway goes all the way around. It's a 2-lane road. It goes all the way around the island on the outside, so traffic gets really crazy bad, especially if people haven't seen whales before. And so it's a good thing, and it's also like a dangerous thing. If people come to see the whales and don't pay attention. You can be sitting in traffic for a really long time, and it'll just be because there's whales jumping in the ocean and people have stopped their cars to watch. Yes, whale season is usually from November to May. Like early May, late November, like early November to early May. You like the fall and the summer? I mean, the fall and the winter, Shirley? You know, I can't do cold weather anymore. Oh, that's awesome, Elizabeth. That sounds great. That sounds awesome. You take your sewing machine, Laura, to be fixed? You know, the timing belts can get off on them. You know, that you gotta take them every now and then to have the timing belts fixed. It's freezing in Manitoba already? Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Is there anybody out there from Chi-Town? Mary wants to know. Yeah, you guys tell everybody where you're from. It's always fun because you can always find some good crafty friends right here and we don't even know it, right? It's awesome. So you guys type where you're from. I'm Shelly and I live on the beautiful island of Maui in Hawaii. You guys are already talking about snowmen. Oh no. So Texas and Clarksville in Tennessee and Portland, Oregon and Spring Hill, Florida and Kansas and Nebraska, Davidson, North Carolina, Northern Virginia, Port Richey, Florida, Junction City, Oregon, and is it Hemet, California? Jacksonville, Florida, Everett, Washington. You're working making painting papers too, Miss Malone? Awesome. Alberta, Canada. You dragged your plants in because it's going to be cold. Northern Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Conroe, Texas. I'm from that area, APG. Virginia Beach, Virginia. Newport Richey, Florida. Ontario, Canada. Nebraska. She's coming to Hawaii in June for English class. Awesome. Is she coming to Maui? Let me know. Cameron Park, California. New York City. Freehold, New Jersey. Whitney, Texas. Kentucky. New York. Awesome. You used to live near Conroe too? That's awesome. You had frost yesterday in the morning, Ann? Oh, that's awesome. I don't miss it at all. Do not miss it. You're about an hour and a half from Los Angeles, Sandra? Oh, that's cool. You had the first snow? Oh, no. In Minnesota? And everybody, while we're talking about Minnesota, let's shout out to Pat. Hey, Pat, we love you and miss you. Trish found a crafty friend. Awesome. That's awesome. Yes, I'm your crafty friend. KLS is Little Rock, Arkansas. Patterson, New York. Princeton, West Virginia. Golden Acres. Vicky Pearl wants to know who is from Virginia Beach. Miss Malone lives in Minnesota and she wants a crafty friend. Hey, Pat. Everybody saying hi, Pat. Hi, Pat. Carla saying hi, Pat. Karen saying hi, Pat. Ann is. Susan is. Trish is. Elizabeth is. Vicky is. Beth is. Sandra is. Shannon is. And Sherry's from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. So you guys find your crafty peeps. Miss Organized says hi, Pat. Kathy says hi, Pat. Everybody saying hey, Pat. It's awesome. Okay, so I've got some coats. I'm going to lay my... I was kind of excited about the new setup that I had going on because I had actually more room, but it's okay now that I don't have it. Hey, Carrie. Elizabeth says she's from Virginia Beach for whoever wanted to know. How are you doing, Miss Carrie? We're making mail art. This might be up your alley, Carrie, because you send out a lot of art. You send out a lot of art. I mean, a lot of mail. So you could do them. You could send out mail art. Okay, I'm not crazy with this. I don't normally buy gloss paint, but I bought this one. This is that same apple barrel, but it's deep purple. I like the color, but it's a gloss. And can you see it's a great for an overlay, but like, look, it doesn't really cover things. It's not a good coverage paint. Like, here's a flat paint, and it works better. Like the flat, that really cheap 50-cent one works a whole lot better. I mean, not that it matters. It's just painting a magazine page, but it doesn't really matter. But you guys, I have been on this like painting magazine page roll for my mail art. Basically, I was stressing myself out doing all the scanning, and I was right here, and I thought, okay, if I don't do something, I'm going to drive myself a little bit crazy. So I just started painting papers. Hey, Jennifer. Yeah, mail art. Yeah, basically, Sharon. I mean, it's not. It doesn't have to be. It is mail. It's art and it's mail. It's mail. That's why it's called mail art. You're right. There's like no like deep meaning to it. But most of the time, it's not sent with like. Some people just send the envelope and that's it. They don't add anything to it. Some people add letters. Some people add some other extra stuff in it. But it's just mail art. So I like sending it because, you know, in the holidays, I don't often have. I used to hand make everything I gave away. And you guys, since my kids are grown and stuff, I don't try to make a Christmas ornament for all of them. And they're all like, they're in college. I mean, obviously I still have a little one, but they're all like grown and in college and stuff like that. And, they're not as, they don't have permanent places to live yet. They're all sort of like living dorm life, or, my one daughter's traveling. And so sometimes this is my way of like sending a gift without really doing much. I'll just write a beautiful letter or put a gift card in it, or, since they're not all into it as much as I am, and if they're not all going to be around. And, I used to send a lot of mail art when my kids, both of my daughters went to boarding school, by their choice, by the way, because we used to live in New York City. And they wanted a different experience than living in the city, or than just going to school in the city. And so I really got into the habit of sending mail art when they were away, because, it's always kind of fun. Like when you get a piece of, you're writing a letter to somebody, and it's, so the actual mail part of it is the gift. The art that you make the mail with, the envelope that you're making is the gift. And you can add extra stuff to it if you want, but it's not necessary. But it's kind of fun. It's a fun way to use your painty papers. I get a lot of comments on, I've made all these painty papers, like, what do I do with them? You guys, there's no rules in art. Make your own rules up. Use it any way you want. Like, you don't, just because I make it into mail art doesn't mean you have to. Do whatever works for you. Like, there's no right. You guys, there is no right or wrong. Do what works for you. I do like to paint multiples at one time. So I like to feel like I get something accomplished, especially because it's better when you're using these. I find, you guys test it out and find out what you like best. But I find when I'm making stuff with these magazine pages, especially the actual page part, not the covers, that the thinner your paint, the better. And so if I let it dry between painting layers, I think it comes out better. That's just what I think. And I don't get caught up in the color part yet. I might try to pull it together toward the end. You know what I mean? Like adding more or less stenciling or whatever. Okay, I've got a pile going on here, and now I can go back to like the first pages that I painted, because they should be dry. This one's dry too. Thing is also, when you use super thin paint, it dries faster. Let me just get my paint. I'm working in the world's smallest. You guys saw that express mailbox fit right here on my desk last week. It's tiny. What are you guys writing? Cassandra said when she was in boarding school, she used magazine pages to make envelopes too. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. So I just keep layering until I like it. That's what I do. But you guys decide what, it's like I just keep adding layers of paint until I like it, and then that's what I do. That's my technique. Keep adding until I like it. And you can't mess it up. I don't want to hear, because I always get stuff from somebody, oh, mine didn't come out as good as yours. Guys, there's no judgment in mail art. No judgment in mail art. It's like you gotta love what you do. You gotta create stuff you enjoy, and you gotta not worry about what other people have made or what they say or think about it. Okay? Because I'm gonna tell you, anyone that got a piece of your mail art would love it. Anybody that got your mail art is going to love it. I'm trying to think of what happened to me this week besides my paperwork heaven. I was in paperwork heaven all week. I met a second. Remember a couple weeks ago I had a deadline. Well, I met another one today. I think I have just a few more things that I have to do, and then I think I'm good to go. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. I'm hoping. I am hoping. So the other thing I'm going to use on this mail art today is I'm going to use some of those. Remember, Trish sent me some of those watercolor crayons. Well, somebody else sent me some of those sparkle crayons, and I don't know who it was from because it didn't have a card or anything. And it was sent directly from Amazon. So whichever one of you guys sent it, thank you very much. And I thought maybe we would use those too. But you need to get your base coat down before you start adding that part of it on there. You need to get your base coat on. What was 50% off? Hi, Mary. Good night, Mary. Enjoy watching Law and Order. Good for you. Wait, creative fingers and tapping red heels. Oh my God, crossing fingers. I'm so ready for my paperwork to be over. I can't even tell you. But it looks like it's getting better. Met a deadline. I was up at the crack of dawn this morning. I actually painted some this morning because I was up at 4:30. So you know when you're trying to have phone conversations and stuff with people on the East Coast, it is 4 o'clock in the morning. It's 10 a.m. there. So, you know, you got a lot going on. You gotta get with it. You don't have time. You don't have time to waste, right? So I was up at 4. Seems like that's now lately my go-to time to get up. Was it you, Lizzie, that said that you were going to bed at 4? What did you say, Mary? We are making mail art, Mary. We're making mail art. So we're going to start with some painting on some magazine pages, and then we're going to stencil, and then we're going to make mail art. Did any of you guys watch my mail art video the other day? You guys can definitely tell when I'm stressed out, because all of a sudden I'll be like, there'll be like a crazy amount of stuff I suddenly have made out of the blue. It's not really out of the blue, it's just out of I have a tub of paint on the floor. So I am making some mail art. Making some mail art. What did I miss, Jane? What did I miss? That was great. I'm missing what you guys are saying. What did I miss? That was good. You saw my videos, Cassandra? Could you tell I was having like, that was the day that my daughter came over to help me, like, well, I shouldn't say came over because she lives here, but she took the day off, I should say. Is that better? That was the day that she took a designated day off to help me move my craft room, or start to. I didn't finish, you guys, because I've had so much paperwork. I didn't. See, the thing is, she had originally decided she was gonna go. She's in college, and she was trying to transfer, and she thought she was gonna transfer mid-year. So when I moved my stuff into that room, I said to her, when her sister left to go to China, she has a little small room here. And when her sister left to go to China, well, originally Japan, and now she's in China, I said, do you want to move your stuff in there? Because I said, if you do, I'm not going to move my craft space. And she's like, I'm really going to go, I think I'm, you know, she was applying mid-year. Okay. So she says, I'm gonna apply mid-year, Mom, you know, to leave the island. And I said, okay. Well, she got accepted, but she didn't get, they had told her if she applied mid-year that the financial aid package that she would get would be better. And it didn't meet her liking. So after she talked it, so now she decided she's gonna wait to go in the fall, which is fine. So that's why she decided she wanted to move into the room now that she's like, because I guess she thought, well, she would be good with the small area that she has her room in. She'd be good with the small area. But now that she's decided she's waiting a whole nother till the fall next year, she wants that room. And so it's all good. I should know better. I should have known the moment I moved it. It would have been the moment that she wanted to move back in. Isn't that how it always works? What are you going to go do tomorrow, Beth? What did I miss? Hi, Lucinda. Hi, Emily. That sounds like I'm missing the whole combo. Yes, Mother, yes. Right, Cassandra? It's so ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's just how my life goes. It's just, it's the ridiculousness of my life. Okay, I think I have enough. Just double check. I've got tons of stuff sitting here on my, I got lots of paint. I got lots of stuff. You guys, can you hear the dog? I don't know if she's barking at the kids. Must be outside. She goes for the kid thing. If she thinks the kids are coming, forget it. There is no hope. She'll just keep barking as long because she thinks they're here to play with her. But that's how my life goes, Cassandra. Never a dull moment. Never, never, never. No, sometimes dull is good, you guys. Don't you think? Don't you think sometimes the dull is good? I do. I think sometimes the dull is great. That's frying chicken. Well, I'm coming right now. Good night, Amanda. I hope you feel better. I just saw. Oh, I hope you feel better. Okay, so after you get your couple painting papers, or get a couple of them that you like, and then we can start doing the stenciling part, which is the fun part. You can always continue to paint more. You don't have to be done with your painting part. You just, and then we'll do the oil crayon part, which is my favorite part, but we'll see. Okay, so I got a couple papers going on here, and I got some stencils. And I got Carla's stamps. Okay, I love this stencil. This is the Tim Holtz burlap stencil. I like this one. This one works good. I like that one. That one's good. Thanks, Carrie. And actually, when you get it in the mail, it's like, I think it's super bad. I think it's like such a nice, like, little, I guess if you've never gotten mail art, maybe you'd be like, why does this person sending me a painted envelope with, like, nothing in it? Or, I mean, I send stuff in mine, but I've gotten mail art where it's just the envelope. Has anybody else gotten mail art where it's just the envelope? Am I the only one? I don't think so. But there are mail art. I don't know about on Facebook, but there are mail art groups. Hi, CJ. Hi, Edna. Hi, Jill. I think she is. I think Amanda's on the in our Facebook group. Jill, I'm not 100% sure. Does anybody know? I think she is, Jill. How are you, Miss Jill? So I like the Tim Holtz burlap one. That one I like. I like the idea of some of the other ones, but I don't like the stencils. That they just don't seem like they're going to hold up. Well, they haven't for me, and I've only used them a handful of times, and they're already bending. You were excited over Happy Mail today, Cassandra? I know, me too. I wasn't expecting any Happy Mail. Well, you know what, Jill? You can also message her here on YouTube. You know, everybody can personal message you on YouTube, and it goes to your email. It's however you've set up your YouTube account. But you can personal message her here, Jill. So just in case she's not part of our Facebook group. Just in case she's not. Yeah, definitely message her here because you can send her links to YouTube videos through your personal message. Guys, I think this is my all-time favorite stencil. I don't know why, but it is because I guess I've used it so many times. But I like it. I like it a lot. I do. You know what works really good? If you have like a sponge, like a foam sponge or foam brush, that works super good on stenciling too. I have one here on my desk in my mess. And I use them until there's nothing left to use on them. So if you guys are, I use my sponge brushes. I use them until they're dried up, and I wash them, but you know, sometimes they just don't hold up. And I cut the tips of them off. That's why mine have ratty tips on them. Cut the tips off. Cut the tips off of them. Can somebody tell Jill how to message on YouTube? You got to go up to their profile, or you got to click on their channel, and then I think is there an icon up there? You guys have changed YouTube lately. There should be an icon up there that lets you message. You got to go to like profile, or you know what, Jill, after this, if nobody can tell you how to do it while we're on tonight, I can tell you later. I can go through and tell you how to do it. Because I don't know, without looking at the settings directly, is anybody else like that? Where you like, unless you're looking at the thing directly, that you don't remember, you don't have a recall, but when you can see it directly, then you can suddenly recall all that. Is anybody else like that besides me? So see, none of these are like good yet. But do you see, if you make them in multiples and you just go on to the next one, just move on to the next one. Don't even think about it. The idea is just to get your paint down. Like, the idea is just to get your coverage down, get your paint down. Then you can get really fussy in the doodling part later on, toward the end. Then you can put all of your attention on the detail finishing, right? So just get some color down, get some layering going. At least that's what I do. You guys, you know, you might find your own zen a little different than mine, but I like it. This is what works for me. Anybody got any big weekend plans besides shopping? I know somebody said earlier shopping, but I don't. You did go to her YouTube page. It didn't give you the option? I don't know. I'll have to look at it. If you have the same problem, Jill, good. I'm glad I'm not alone. Okay, so APG saying go. Jamie's saying go to the about. Does it have an about thing? And it should give you a message part there. Has anybody else been having YouTube issues? I'm in a group of people that are of YouTube, like people that have YouTube channels, and they've all been talking about how whatever the new things that are going on in YouTube, how it's really affecting their channel and affecting their statistics, and affecting some of their videos are getting flagged as inappropriate, and it's using, and I think it's the titles of the videos, because I said the only thing, like one of them was die cutting, which I said, oh my gosh, seriously, and then one of them was glue guns. So I don't know, YouTube's going through its own changes, so they change stuff all the time. And I know they think it's for the better, but I think for most of us that use YouTube, they're just regular people that don't have like all the tech savvy whatever going on. We're all like, wait, put it back on like the old way so we can use it. So at the end of this, you guys, if you've painted as many as I have, you will have at least 10 pieces of mail art. Because from one magazine page, if you don't want to make a really big envelope, you can make one envelope per magazine page, and that will be one piece of mail art. So if you paint them in stages like me, which you don't have to, but you can if you want, right? If you paint them in stages like me, you will have, guys, my papers are drying everywhere. You will have a lot of mail art drawing, which I like. And you can also use these as your painty papers if you wanted to use them as, you know, put them in your junk journal. You can do that as well. And you might want to consider putting some sort of paper on the back of them if you've gone to town and you got it good and wrinkly, you know. You might want to think about that, but it's not necessary. I think this is probably like mail art, Shannon Green journaling by 5 style. You know, like where you paint as many as you can in a certain period of time. I mean, not necessarily, but you get the idea, right? You guys get the idea. This one definitely needs some more coverage going on. This one does not have enough. This one doesn't have enough coverage going on. So I've been working on my own personal junk journal, you guys. I'll show it to you soon. I've been working on adding some stuff to it. Basically what happened was when I had moved my craft room the first time into the garage, I made a box of stuff that I loved, that I created, that I wanted to add to it. And of course I didn't add it to it because I wasn't in the space to do it at that moment. Then when I moved my craft space into the bedroom my older daughter vacated, I found more stuff as I went through the boxes and of all my stuff and really tried to do a deep calamari. I was finding more and more stuff, like things I'd made, things people had given me, to add to this really fat junk journal that I have made, that I made for myself. And it's more like a visual journal. I mean, I do write in it, but it's mostly like I add, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. Stuff people give me, stuff I make, visual things. Anyway, so now when my daughter decided, she took the day off and she was like, okay, now we're really going to go for it. I want to move back into that room. I went through it again. And you guys, even with all the purging and stuff I have, I still have like, I still could let go of more stuff. I could still let go of more stuff and have plenty. Is anybody else like that? Or is it just me? It worked, Jill. Awesome. She went to her channel and she clicked on her About page. There is always a way to, unless somebody disables it, you can always message somebody. You're so sweet, Jill. You're such a thoughtful person. So that's what's going on in my world. I'm like finding stuff that I could let go. Does anybody else have that issue? No, not any of you, right? None of you have that issue. None of you have that issue of having too much stuff to let go of, right? Nobody has that issue but me. I have cornered the market on, that's why my daughter was like, do you really need all these magazines? And I was like, no. And I started thinking, like, why did I keep this one? What was I looking for in that one? And then I started tearing the covers off, and because some of them I've crafted with already, so I know that there's no hope for them to be, no, I've already used them. So there's no hope for them to be used by somebody to read, because I've already painted on them and crafted on them. Sharon says, what? Okay, let's see. Carla says yes. And Lizzie says she organized things today and now she can't find her bag of thank you cards she made. Oh, Lizzie, come to my life. It sounds like me. And Sharon says the other one was full of Christmas items, miscellaneous, but a total crafter's bag. Ooh, fun. So you're going to paint instead? Lizzie, you know what? That happens to me. Do you know my favorite thing is sometimes, do you guys do this? Okay, this is a true confession of a crafting person, okay? Do you ever make like a bunch of stuff to give, like ahead of time? Like you're like, oh, we have to make teacher presents, and you're going to make all these presents, and you make them all, and then you put them up somewhere. You're like, okay, I've made them there. It's really too early for me to do anything with them, so I'm going to put them up, and then you can't find them, or you forget about them. Does anybody else do that but me? You forget about them, and then you're just like, then you go out and you're like looking for them, or you find them later. You guys, that is me. Okay, I'm like, oh, I know I have something here. Yeah, you go, Elizabeth. I love the cards you make too, Lizzie. Carla says she needs a craft warehouse. Carla, your snowman journals are gorgeous. If you guys haven't seen Carla's journal, go over to Crafting Mamas on Facebook and look at Carla's journal. It's gorgeous. She's made the coolest snowman journals. Snowman junk journals. They're awesome. I think they're gorgeous. I love them. So fun, so creative. I like them a lot. I have a friend who has a Christmas countdown clock. Did any of you guys, are any of you that obsessed with Christmas that you have a Christmas countdown clock? I have a friend. She, every now and then, she'll send me like a notice and say, you know, like how many ever days until Christmas. And I'm like, no, I don't want to hear it. She does it. I don't know whether she does it just to like get me to like say, no, don't do it. Or if she's like seriously like telling me to do it because she wants me to make her a Christmas present. That's what you're finishing right now? Oh, Carla, it's beautiful. Your journals are so beautiful. Okay, I like the image of this Tim Holtz stencil, but you guys, it's already breaking. This is only like with use number 4. Okay, it's already breaking. I mean, I'm obviously not going to throw it away. If I'm recycling other stuff, I'm not going to throw away this stencil, but if it wasn't given to me as a gift, I probably would have bought it because I love Tim Holtz. Then I'd have been super upset. But all the middle bits are breaking up. So. I think I am going to, I started to make I have a box, not a box, but I have a, what do you want to call it? A envelope with some stencils that I made. And I'm gonna look for those when I unpack my stuff. I'm not, you know what? I think I'm gonna take a break this weekend. I'm not going to, because I don't have any more paperwork that I have to do well, I think I do have a few things, but not what I've had. I think I'm gonna take a break this weekend, and I'm going to find my zen. If I find my zen, I think I'm going to go paint or do something outside. Do something outdoorsy. Does that sound fun to you guys? To find your zen and go do something like that? I think that's what I'm going to do. Instead of like, I mean, there's a million. I could reorganize my stuff. I could unpack it. I could move my stuff again. Whatever, get it all together. But I think I'm going to, instead, I think I'm going to go and I think I'm going to go paint. I think I'm going to just go to the beach and paint. Trish says she's not crazy about the plastic on the Tim Holtz stencil either, or are you just saying that in response to me? It's just, this one's sort of intricate, and first of all, the intricacy doesn't work, okay? I did it with a sponge, I did it with a dauber, I did it with ink. You don't really get a lot of the intricacy, but it's okay, because this is just a piece of mail art. But the little bits are breaking up. Like you can see, like there's a hole there, and there's already one here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's already come up. See? I mean, I love him. I like his design aesthetic, but I'm not crazy about this particular one. I don't know how his customer service is because I don't do any. I haven't sent anything back. What's exciting, Carla? What did I miss? What were you asking about the oldest to the youngest? I missed that. Yeah, this one's too bendy, but it's okay. You know what? It'll be fine for my mail art. It will be fine for my mail art. I think I'm going to buy some, I'll put them on my Christmas wish list because my kids were asking me the other day. They were like, Mom, what do you want? And I think I'm going to put some stencils on there. I don't know what kind. Like, you know, guys, I'm used to making my own stuff, but I would like some, I don't know, maybe some Stencil Girl stencils. Has anybody bought any Stencil Girl stencils? I hear that that's a really good, that their stencils are super good, but I haven't bought any, so I can't comment on it. They are too bendy, Trisha. I'm telling you, I'm not having a good time. Wow, you have a cedar chest for all of your kids, Jane? Wow. What did I miss, Carla? What are you excited about? You made journal, or all the journals that you made are for your kids? Is that what you said and I missed it? Amberly, how's your move going? Are you having your furniture sale this weekend? You guys, the idea isn't to make it like perfect. The idea is to get some fun down on it. And I know Miss Vicky Pearl loves to doodle. After you got some painty stuff down, Vic, this would be the doodling time, you know, when it dries. You got to make sure it's completely dried. I might actually even go ahead and put my painty, put my paper, glue my paper on the back before I even, before I went ahead and did my doodling. Oh, Amberly, I have confidence. You're going to do it. Just put it out there, you know, just go for it. Go for it. Do it with confidence. Just act with confidence and act like it's already happened. And it will. Act like it's already happened. And it will start happening. You guys, we're having a housing shortage here. It's like, it's not good. We're like experiencing a housing shortage because, you know, with Airbnb, people can make a whole lot more money renting. First of all, the cost of housing is so crazy here, you guys. If I told you how expensive it is, you would shudder. You'd be like, what? And with Airbnb being here, it's even worse. So, you know, like, for long-term rentals. And what people don't understand, and I mean, I guess maybe if I had a house to Airbnb, maybe I would not care, but I live here and I do care about my community. So when there's not enough places for local people to live, then when you come on vacation, there's nobody here to serve you. There's nobody here to serve you. And so we're going through a business shortage. I mean, we're going through, like, people are just moving off the island. I mean, people move off and on all the time, but it just seems like it's a lot more than normal. And, you know, they're just not opting to pay crazy high rents, or basically there's just not a lot of places for rent. So it's been pretty eye-opening for a lot of people, you know. You're packing your crafting stuff as we speak? Well, good, Amberly. You know what? Just have confidence. Get your stuff packed and have confidence. That's what you can do. You can get yourself packed and have confidence. You know, and just ask the universe, say, I need this place by this certain day, and, you know. Cassandra, New York City has big Airbnb issues. I can imagine. I mean, I can imagine. It's, like, ridiculous. So somebody was like, I was trying to have this conversation with this guy that I know owns a lot of houses here. And I was just saying, like, look, I said, I realize that you can make, like, double what you're making on a long-term rental. I said, but when you go down to get your coffee in the morning and there's nobody to serve you, where are you spending your money? You know, when you want to go out to dinner and there's, like, or the businesses that you want to frequent. I mean, without people to work in the businesses close. I mean, not very many people. You can't serve a tourist industry, and you can't, if you can't afford a place to live. You know, I don't know, you guys. It's like the world's got to shift. There's got to be some major shifts go on, but it's got to come from within. It's got to come from within us as, like, a community. You know what I mean? Like, we have to just stand up and say, you know, we care more about each other and the community at large than we do whether we have an extra $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 in the bank when there's, like, a ghost town around me. I mean, the problem just gets worse. Then what happens is it's the only places that's why we don't have, like, a lot of stores here, you guys. Because the rents are super high and there's not enough consumption to warrant, like, stores, you know, like real stores. I'm not talking about, like, buying yourself a tourist t-shirt. I'm talking about, like, shopping stores, you know. It's a problem. Yes, I said doodle. I said this would be a doodler's paradise. Making mail art is a doodler's paradise. It's a doodler's paradise. It is a fun doodler's paradise. You just got to keep layering stuff on it. And don't think about it. Like, don't get yourself all caught up in the imperfections or the perfections or the whatever. Don't even think about it. You know, just, you got to get the paint on. You got to get the, you can worry about the finishing product at the end of it all. Like, you go, okay, well, I think I have enough. Now I'm going to just see what I can do to pull it all together. You know, I mean, that's how I work. You guys may find something that works better for you. Do what works. How many of you guys have ever received mail art? How many of you guys have ever received mail art? How many have you guys ever? How many of you have received mail art? How many of you have sent mail art? How many of you have decided, hey, I'm gonna send some mail art, and you just go for it and you send some mail art? Lizzie, you must have sent mail art. She said she hasn't, Organized Miss says she hasn't, but she sends everyone a monthly birthday card to everyone in your church. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Hi, Becky. You've gotten some art journal tags? No, Scotty says not her. Joyce says she hasn't. Elizabeth says she went to respond and her keyboard's full of painting papers. Awesome, Elizabeth. Awesome. You can't ever have too many painting papers, Elizabeth. You know me, I love those painting papers. You can't have too many in my world. Deborah says she hasn't. Kathy says she's received mail art, but she's never sent it. Awesome. Jillian says never. You guys are talking about cedar chests? Like a hope chest kind of thing? Is that what it is? My grandmother had a hope chest for all of us, like, you know, and it was very sweet. Very, very, very sweet. She had some cool stuff. Guys, I got my other stencils out. I just don't know where they are. Oh, here's a few. All right, like we can try this. That Tim Holtz one looks just as, here's a Tim Holtz Arrow one. I don't know if I've had good luck with this, but we can try. Why not? Why not? We can try with our... Sam says no to both. Rosemary says, oh, she likes the papers. Thanks, Rosemary. Painting papers are on your list? Good. I'm using the cheapest acrylic paint possible, the kind that you buy at a big box store. It's about 50 cents a bottle. With the exception of the metallic one, which I think the metallic ones are a little bit more. They're like $1 a bottle. But I'm not using distress inks or anything like that. These are magazine pages. I mean, you could use distress ink on your magazine pages. You could use anything that you have. There's no... When you make painting papers, there's no... Or when you're making, like, magazine... When you're making mail art, there's no... You can't do anything wrong. You know, it's up to you what you want to... But I'm using super cheap paint. And I'm using the flat one. Sometimes I like the gloss one if I'm doing like regular book pages, but I don't find that the gloss works so great on these magazine pages. That's just what I come with. But you guys test it out. I mean, you may have a flatter magazine page than I do. I have these ones that are like glossy, and so I don't know. I soak my stencils afterwards, so I don't want to. Somebody's going to write me an email and say, "You didn't clean your stencils." I do. I soak them with Dawn dish soap and warm water, and then I have like a vegetable kind of brush, and I use it. I use a vegetable brush and I clean them off. That's what I do. So I do clean my stencils. I don't want to hear about, because I know one of you girls is going to say, I was watching her and she did not clean her stencils. I do, but my sink is far away. All right, all you lurkers, say hey. Hey, all you lurky lurkers. Hey, Deb, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Okay, so I'm going to do a little metallics, and then I think I'm going to do some, I love this green, you guys. I've almost used all of it. I thought I had another one, and I'm sure I do. I just don't have it over here. So what does anybody have on their crafty wish list for themselves? What are you guys, is anybody focused on like, okay, for Christmas, I'm going to make myself, Phaedra taught me this. Phaedra made herself her own Mother's Day journal. And can I tell you, it was gorgeous. I loved it. If you don't, guys, go over to her channel and see her, watch her Mother's Day journal, and she made herself a Butter is Better journal. Did anybody watch that? Butter is Better. It was awesome. She made herself the most beautiful journal out of an antique butter box. And it's gorgeous. I think she also posted it in our Facebook group. But I'm just saying, go and check her out. Go and look and see if you like. I mean, she makes beautiful work. but she made herself her own Mother's Day present. So, in fact, that's how I met her. I commented on her Mother's Day present. I said, what a brilliant idea. Make yourself your own Mother's Day junk journal. So just put it in your thought process of what kind of Christmas present you're going to make for yourself this holiday season. Okay? It can be anything. There's no right or wrong. You don't have to make yourself anything if you don't want to. But why not? Why not put your name on the wish list, on your own make it list, and do it? Why don't you put your name on your own make it list and go for it? And I know what Susan's going to say. Susan's going to say, I don't make anything. I just buy craft supplies. But I'm telling you, make it. Put it on your making wish list. Go for it. I'm debating on what I'm going to make myself. Hi, Malia. I don't seal my pages. I mean, sometimes, not if I'm going to send mail art, I don't seal them. You know, Becky, sometimes I do, though. If I'm going to use them in a journal, I do. But if I seal them, I usually put some sort of cornstarch or baby powder on them afterwards, just so they don't stick to my other pages. Does anybody ever have that problem with Mod Podge? Does anyone else have that Mod Podge issue? Where you paint, where you seal something and it sticks to other pages. Anybody but moi? Anybody but me? I have the Mod Podge sticking to it issue. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I do. Okay, so I've gotten a lot of paint down. I have some other stuff down. Let me find my bag of, where's my little bag? You guys, this desk is so small. If it got any smaller, I couldn't probably even fit on it. I have my bag of Carla stamps, which I love, the ones. She has a tutorial. Go on over to Caged Fish on YouTube, and she has a tutorial on making these circle stamps, and then she also has one for sale. And if you wanted the one for sale, I think you have to message her. Does she have a promo of it on her YouTube channel, you guys? I don't know. I'm going to have a brush somewhere here. So I'm going to paint on my stamps. I'm going to paint on them, and then I'm going to, maybe I'll paint on them with this crazy green. I'm going to paint on all my stamps, these are foam stamps that she made me. She does have a tutorial on how to make them. She made fun foam stamps, and if you guys haven't watched her on YouTube, her name is Caged Fish. I think it's the same on Ustream as well. And she has a Facebook group called Art Experiments, so if you go over, you can find her there too. She's a really fun, she's a crafting mama too, and she does a lot of cool collage work. And I love her. She's one of my crafty peeps. Love Miss Carla. Love Miss Carla. Oh, I love it. Hi, Lynn. Lynn says she found out that Mod Podge needs a sealer. That's good to know. I've been using it for years without it. I use baby powder, but it's good to know. You know, if you use, instead of using Mod Podge, if you could do it with acrylic matte medium. You could do it with Collage Podge doesn't need any sealer. I've used it. You could also do it with glue all and like an Elmer's glue, but a glue all. But if you're going to do it with a glue all, you need to make it thinner. You know, thin it out. Thin out your glue all. Thin out your glue all. I haven't I love the circles too. Carla made them. You guys go over and check her out. You guys will love her. She calls herself the Circle Lady. She definitely makes really cool circles. She also made me all these stamps too out of fun foam. She has a whole tutorial on it, and it's super fun. So I say go and check her out and see what you see for her stuff. She does some really cool stuff. I just think I'm going to do a little bit of gold on this stamp before I clean it off, and then I'm going to clean it off with a wipe. Oh, you guys, I feel like this wave of relief coming over me with finishing all this paperwork. It's been, we're getting close to it at least. It's been weighing on me. You guys, I've been doing it for months. It's been relentless. And I'm super glad it's almost done. Lynn says she read about it in the book of Mod Podge. Oh, there really is a book called the Book of Mod Podge? No, there's a group on Facebook that's all about Mod Podge. I used to belong to it, but I got too many notifications. Like my phone would, anyway, I got lots of notifications, so I don't belong anymore. But it's a fun group. Yeah, Elmer's works on a sponge. It really does. You guys, all their Elmer's glue, I was just at Staples, Office Max. It wasn't Staples, it was Office Max, a couple of days ago, and they have, because the kids are so obsessed with making slime right now, all of their Elmer's glue products are on sale. So they had those huge gallons, or however big they are, you know, the really enormous bottles. 2 for $10. I did not, you guys, I refrained. I didn't buy anything. I had to go there to get some ink for my printer, but I didn't, and get some paper for my printer, but I did not buy any glue. But you might want to check in the area you're in, because if it's that cheap here, it's got to be that cheap where you guys are, or cheaper. I was like, get me out of here before I need to buy myself glue that I don't need. Vicky says, yes, she has a promo on her circle stamp video for sale. Awesome. So go over and watch Cage Fish if you guys liking the stamp these things, and if you're liking her circles. I mean, look, aren't they cool? She teaches you how to make them. I like them. I am pro Carla Circle Stamp. I am pro Carla Circle Stamp. I am pro Carla Circle Stamp. I'm liking them. And I'm using just some cheap brush to paint some gold acrylic paint on here. These were two, Mary, 2 for $10. The really big gallon of glue. Or if it's at a half gallon or gallon, it's big. Whatever the biggest one is. I was shocked. I know I didn't buy it though. You guys, I had to walk away. I don't need, until I get my craft room back reset up, I'm not getting myself, I keep saying it and then stuff still appears, but I got to get my craft room back together. I contemplated getting it though. I won't lie. I contemplated. You found 7 pair of scissors and some crayons? That's crazy, Amberly. You sound like my house. That sounds like something I'd find in my house, the crayon part. 7 pair of scissors, I don't know, but hey. Now you know where all your scissors are. Now you know where they all, where you met them. Rosemary, go to Carla's channel. It's called Caged Fish, with a K, on YouTube. And she has a video tutorial on how to, she has one, I think she does a free one, and then she has one for sale. And the one for sale right now is like really inexpensive. Vicki, how much is the video for sale that Carla has? It's at an introductory price. It's not expensive at all. But She has it for sale right now, and I know she does some free stuff on there too. So I'm digging my Carla circle stamp. Can you guys see it? I did them in gold. They're sort of faint. They're gonna look good on in my mail art. Mary says she bought a gallon of Elmer's and she watered it down and uses it instead of Mod Podge. I think that's awesome. I think that is really super awesome. Good for you. I mean, gotta use what works, you know? You've got to use what works. I'm like getting into it. You guys, I'm telling you, wait till you see my mail art. My mail art's gonna rock. Gonna be rocking my mail art. Maybe rocking my mail art. So if you guys are gonna send any little handmade stuff for Christmas and you want to add your mail art to your list, I mean, it's fun. It's fun to do. Super fun. Some of these papers I'm really liking. Like some of them I'm like, oh, I love that paper. So how many of you guys have been watching Carla on YouTube? She is, I love her, but she's an enabler. She's an enabler with that ink of gold. How many of you guys have watched her with that ink of gold? That ink, she loves using ink of gold products, and she has them in every color. And last week she was using them, or maybe the week before. What week was it? You guys pipe in. I was like, okay, now I'm coveting the ink of gold. Now I am coveting, not that I don't need anything, but now I'm coveting the ink of gold. That's what I was thinking after I watched her video. I was like, okay, now I'm coveting, or I watched her live stream. I'm like, okay, now I'm coveting the ink of gold. I'm really coveting the ink of gold. It's like, I don't need it, but I'm coveting it. But I want it. I don't need it, but I want it. Guys, I was coveting the ink of gold. How many of you guys were coveting the ink of gold after you watched Carla's videos? Or Carla's live stream? How many, besides me, how many people were coveting the ink of gold? Night, Scotty! Right, Carla? I tell myself I need nothing. Good night, Jillian. I tell myself I need nothing, but somehow it makes its way into my life, even though I say I don't need it. Does anybody else have that issue, or is it just me? Anybody else have the issue of I don't need another thing, but I'm going to have it anyway? Anybody besides me? Because I'm telling you, I don't need. I used to quilt. How many of you guys have ever quilted? Have you ever quilted? Anybody? Quilters have a saying that the one with the most fabric in the end wins. I know, right? Stay away from the ink of gold. Stay away from the ink of gold. That's my mantra. Stay away from the ink of gold. Denial here. Jane. Oh my gosh. You guys are so funny. So funny. I love that ink of gold though. Oh, I'm telling you, I've been thinking about it. I'm going to stay away from the ink of gold. You were making a quilt. It looks like a hot mess, Amberly. So Rosemary, in that video that she has for sale, she shows you how to make all of these stamps, all these round stamps. Oh, what is Inca Gold, Mary Kay? Stay away. Inca Gold is like it's like a pigment, like a wax pigment. What are some other products that are like Inca Gold, you guys? It's a wax pigment, Mary Kay. You guys, it's like, if you watch Carla and her Inca Gold, you'll want it. You will totally want it. All right, say hey, lurkers. Who's lurking out there? Say hey. Okay, I'm going to do a few to the end. Let me see if I can find. Guys, my desk is too small. My desk is too small. Okay, I like this one. This one needs a couple more things on it too. I don't know color. Maybe some green. You guys, the Inca Gold is like, I think the Inca Gold is probably like Tim Holtz Distress Ink, right? You like get addicted to it and then you're like, I gotta have it. Am I wrong, you guys? Isn't Inca Gold like that? Anybody else think Inca Gold is addictive like that? Hi, Dawn! Hey, Karen! Yeah, it's like metallic luster. Have any of you guys seen metallic luster? It's like that. Susan, is metallic luster cheaper or more expensive than Inca Gold? Is it more expensive or is it cheaper? Does anybody know? Does anybody know if it's cheaper or more expensive than the metallic luster? I don't know. Because I don't have any craft stores near me that would have anything like that. So the only way I'd ever know about it is like from watching Carla on YouTube or watching one of you guys use it and then using it for myself. And using it for myself. That's the only way I would know. It wouldn't be something I would know about. It's like a wax. It's like but you mix it, it's a water soluble wax. It's like a wax pigment. All right, let me show you some of my favorite ones that I've done so far today. And you know, you can keep going. You don't have to. Let me find my wipes. My hands are like so. Guys, between my hands, I went to the parent-teacher conference with paint on my face. I didn't even know it. You have dry containers for what are you talking about, Cassandra? Yeah, you're never supposed to touch your Inca Gold with your fingers because according to Carla, it molds. So put a baby wipe in it and it should keep it moist, right? Is that what she told us all? Okay, so let me just show you some of the papers that I'm liking, that I've made today. And there's like a lot more to go, but I'm going to go ahead and line a couple of them. I mean, you guys can see how addictive it is, right? You can see how like you could just get going and you could keep going and you could keep going. And you keep adding, and if you're a doodler like Miss Vic, then you could go for a doodle extravaganza at some point. And you could doodle, you could do whatever, you got some stuff going on, okay? But I am going to get those crayon things out, because I told you guys we'd do them, and I want to work with them. But I got to let me clean my little minute big desk off for just a tiny minute. Let me clean some of it off, and then... Okay, I'm liking these. And I did this one. These are all in progress. They're not done. But can you see how you can get multiples done in a short period of time? Right? Like all of these are ones that I'm working on now. And, you know, they're not done by any means, but they have some potential, right? Can you guys see them? Am I close enough to be seen? Because my desk is so small. Okay. So we're going to use both of these. These are the ones that I got from Trish. Thank you, Trish. I love them. Hi, Patricia. These are my Creativity for Kids. They're 12 in a box. They're called Rainbow Gem Gel Sticks, and here they are. Okay? And then the other ones we're going to use are Sparkle Gel Crayons by Uli. These somebody sent me from Amazon. Thank you, whoever sent them. Okay. So these are water soluble crayons. So what happens is like, so say you just get some red going on here, and say you got some big circles here. This is mail art, you guys. Don't get all like frantic. Just go for it. Let your child play. Have a good time. Enjoy it. Let the process just take you to wherever it does. No judgment. Okay. And then what's cool about it is, guys, I have my tiny baby food jar of water over here and I can't see it. Because they're like water soluble crayons, oof, I'm going to take a video of my workspace one day and you guys are going to just go like, you're insane for working in such a small space. That's why I was hoping to move my craft space, but girls, just didn't happen. Okay, so you just need a little water and then you can activate them. So see, you don't have to, but you can activate. Activate your water crayons. Can you see? You see how they activate? Just water. Trish says she uses her fingers to smear it. So you can smear it with your fingers too. But I just used water. So there you go. So I'm going to do a little of these and then I'm going to put some backing on them. Oh, but let me just show you this before I move on. So like this one is similar, but this one has sparkle in it. So if you're a sparkle person, let me see if I can do it up here so you can see it. Okay, now can you see it? It's above the red circles, and then it has sparkles in it. And you see the sparkles? This one has like a mica in it. This other one has mica in it. Amberly says glitter is in her lifeblood. I so get it. So while I mean, this one's still got a ways to go. I'm not finished with it by any means, but you guys get the idea, right? Like you get the idea of, painting on, just adding stuff. And if Vic, you're still here and you have your Posca pens or your gel pens or whatever you doodle with, you can doodle on this stuff too. I think before I would doodle on it though, because it's only magazine pages, I would go ahead and glue my anchor page on the back. And I'm going to do that to this one. I'm going to do that one to this one right here. But it definitely needs to dry, because once you add water to it, it definitely needs to have like a little bit of a drying moment. But you get the idea, right? So you just keep going. Let me find my book. I'll show you the book that I use for my... So here's my old... guys, I got a mess. Got my mess going on. Okay, so here's the book that I use. This is an old Japanese book. Like, look. They were throwing it away at the used bookstore because it was falling apart, right? So this is the one that I use, and it was bound old Japanese style. I mean, it had staples in it, but it's bound old Japanese style. So this is the one that I use right now. It's all been written in and everything. It's an old Japanese workbook. But this is what I glue. This is what I use to glue on the back of my mail art. I mean, I'm using my pages, and I put the glue on the magazine page. This one's just a page, so this one's going to be a little bit more wrinkly than the ones that I do with a cover, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to go, after it dries, I'm going to go back and I'm going to sew on it. I may doodle on it. I may take some gel pens and doodle on it. I don't know. I haven't decided. So... The yellow looks like Cheetos, the yellow color. You're so funny. Kimberly, you're going to find somebody. Find someplace. Don't stress yourself out over it. You know what? Sometimes, you guys, I stand in my front yard and I yell. I yell to the universe, to the universal forces, and say what I need. I need this. And it usually comes. So, and then I go ahead and I put mine, I burnish it afterwards. But if you have an old book that's fallen apart, this is a great way to use those old book pages that were going to get thrown away. You know, line your mail art. If you have a burnishing tool, use it. Use the top of my glue stick. Bone folder works good. My paint's falling over. Because it's falling over on the side of my thing, my oohoo. So this is one piece. And then, you know, just keep going until you lined, and once you've lined it, like, you can't even see the wrinkles anymore. And you don't have to line it with, like, what I do. If you have a instead of old encyclopedias, those pages work good for lining. Junk mail works good for lining. Like, if you have saved your junk mail letters, that works good for lining. You can use whatever you have. What's cool when you line it, though, is that when you fold it up to make your mail, right, to make your mail art, then what you see on the inside will be whatever the liner that you used. Night, Sharon. Maybe we'll see you on Tuesday. If you're around, come and see us. It's hard to find affordable housing where you are, Lucinda, too. It's crazy here. If I told you guys, I can't even tell you. When I first moved here, you could find, I would say a studio apartment was probably $800 a month, right? Now, a studio apartment is $1,600. So, does that put it in perspective for you? A studio apartment to rent for a month is $1,600. If you can find one. The big question is if you can find one, because there's so many things, like, you can't. There's nothing available. There is nothing available. Nothing. I'm liking this one. I like that one a lot. There's nothing available. So if you can find one, it's $1,600. So it's ridiculous. So I get it. I get it. I know, it's crazy, right? It's ridiculous. I mean, I think it's more expensive than just about anywhere. I mean, maybe not as expensive as New York City, Cassandra, but, you know, when you consider that the cost of food is probably double here than it is in New York City. Night, Rosemary! If you guys haven't seen Rosemary's journals, go over. I don't know if you have them on your YouTube channel, Rosemary, but I know she posts them in our Facebook group, and they're gorgeous. She makes beautiful, beautiful, beautiful junk journals. Beautiful. So I get it. I get it. Can you imagine a studio apartment is $1,600 a month rent? That's ridiculous here. Where do you live, Mary Kay? It is a mess, Cassandra. It's like, it's really just, you know. It is a mess. You live in Washington State? That's crazy. That is crazy. I love that one. I love a bunch of them, but you guys get the idea, right? You're like, okay, now I'm getting my painty papers, and I'm gonna make my mail art, right? It is crazy. It's so crazy. It's ridiculously crazy. It's like, where can anyone live anymore? Cassandra lives in Manhattan. I live in Maui. So, you know, it's ridiculous how expensive things have gotten. It's ridiculous, ridiculous. New York City is crazy. Oh, Cassandra. I get you. I totally get you. See, most people here work 3 jobs just to pay the rent. We're not talking to, like, to live. Like, not to, like, have, like, some, I don't know. I don't know anything, you guys. You know, what's equally hard is that, you know, like, my young daughter, my one that's in college, you know, she lives, all of her friends are here. You know, she went to junior high school, and all of her friends are here. And, you know, it's like, none of them can afford to move out of their parents' homes. You know, they just can't. And it's not even like, and if their parents decide to leave the island, they have to go too, because you just can't afford it. And it's just getting ridiculous. Oh, it's crazy. Cheese is your middle name? Well, Cassandra, you know, it's like, here it's so ridiculous. And it's like, I don't know. You can make a really good wage, but you just can't find anything to place to live for. You know, like, you can be like a 19-year-old kid and get a $20 an hour job with no skills. But you can't find a place to live here for $20, you know, place to live that can support a $20 an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, it's ridiculous. Hi, Valerie. Valerie knows exactly what I'm talking about on Oahu. We're talking about the crazy rents in Hawaii. I don't know what it's like on Oahu, but here in Maui it's gotten crazy because of Airbnb. Has it gotten crazy because of you there too, Valerie? Valerie lives on a different island, but she lives in the Hawaiian Islands too. Guess I'm just adding an extra piece of paper to the back because my magazine page was bigger than the backing page that I used. Where do you live, Malia? Yes, adopt me, Jane. Please adopt me, Jane. I come with lots of crafting supplies. You'll have a crafting buddy. I love my kids too, but you know what? At some point you go, okay, we have to be looking at a bigger problem here. It's not just our children, it's just like the next generations. I mean, I guess in some ways it's forcing people to live back as a communal family, which, you know, in many other countries they do, right? In ours, not so much. But I don't know, you guys. I don't know the answer. I do not know the answer. No answer. Carla says the same thing happened on the North Carolina coast. You can't afford to stay there. Oh no, that's awful. I love North Carolina. That's crazy. You know, it's like, I don't know. The bottom's got to fall at some point. Okay, Lisa said she just ordered the champagne metallic luster. Oh no, that's the same as your youngest starts tomorrow at his first job, Donna. Congratulations. Malia says, yeah, her daughter's 3 and she's pushing her to find a job to start paying rent. Oh my God, you're so funny. Listen, you're lucky that you can be with your family. I mean, I think that's awesome. You guys are so funny. Malia says, yeah, she's out of diapers and onto the workforce. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. Oh, you're so funny. Night, Trish. See you guys. See you soon. See you again soon. Thank you for my crayons. I'm going to continue to use them. I'm just going to back some of my painting papers. Okay, so let me just, I'm going to make a piece of mail art with you guys so you can see it, in case you didn't watch my video the other day. So, I don't even know if I have any, do I have any? Oh, I have some really close. Okay, good. I have some washi tape because I've sewn mine, but you can make it with washi tape too, and you can make it with glue. Okay? So the idea for mail art is you're sending your envelope becomes your piece of mail. You can put stuff in it. I'm not saying not to. I've been sewing mine just because I have my sewing machine out, and I've been sewing mine. But here's, so mine's, you can see, ooh, look, I didn't even see that. Look at that one. That one's nice. Look at that. The lady in the, maybe I should scan it before I fold it. Isn't that nice? The lady, the Japanese, wasn't paying attention when I put the paper down. Lesson 4. It's got a cool graphic. So you want to fold it up like an envelope. So you just want to decide like what the bottom part of your envelope is. And I usually fold mine about, I don't know, a little bit more than a third of the page. Now I sew mine, but I'm going to use washi tape on this one because you guys don't, if so, somebody can tell me that I did, you know, I can just hear it now. One of you guys is going to tell me that I didn't, that they don't have a sewing machine. No matter how much stuff I show you guys how to use or make out of recycling, inevitably somebody tells me something like, I don't have that, or I have this, or whatever. It's like, whatever it is. Are you going out? You gonna take the dog? Okay, make sure you take your phone, please. Okay, so we're folding it up to be an envelope. Fold it up a third, and then you're gonna fold this down. I make mine, I do a little lip on mine. I'm gonna glue the lip because you know, when you want it to be, I like it to be able to for you to be able to tell what the, you know, the part that you would open would be. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? The little lip on your mail. Now, if I'm just going to use washi, I'm going to glue it down too because, let's face it, not all washi is going to work. You know, so I'm just going to do the glue on the sides, just probably about 1/8 of an inch on either side. I am going to put washi over it, but I'm just going to go ahead and glue it so that I can, when I put the washi on, if the washi comes up, and because I'm going to mail it directly in this envelope. The whole idea is to mail it in the envelope that you make, right? Sorry guys, I got such a mess going on here. I cannot craft neat. I try. Never works out. My crafting neat days are done. I guess if I had a bigger table, I'd craft neat, but I don't have a big table. I'm listening. I'm reading everything you guys are writing. I'm reading everything you guys are writing, and you know, I think something has to shift for all of us, you know, and I think it's only going to begin, let's face it, women are the way showers of just about everything. And so it's only going to begin because we decide that it's something that needs to happen. That's just kind of how it works. You know that, ladies. You know that as well as I do. Okay, I'm using my washi. I put some glue down, so I don't want anybody to tell me they didn't put any glue down. I glued my envelope shut. I glued the sides of it, just a little. And one side with washi. This is not particularly bright colored washi. It's just what I had close at hand. It's just sitting on the little shelf next to me. So I'm going to do the other side, and then I'm going to do the top, and then I might embellish some more on my mail art. I mean, I may not be totally done with this piece, but I want to give you an idea of what a piece of mail art will look like. Wow, Cassandra, your mom's 93. How awesome is that? That is so awesome. I'd give anything if my mom was still around, you guys. She was so awesome. You guys, something's got to shift. Something's got to shift for all of us. You know, we've got to become a little bit more community-minded. Cassandra, how was your vacation? I miss my mom every day, Carla. She was so awesome. Can I tell you, she would have been right here crafting along with me. She was so awesome. Okay, this is a washi tape that has its own like plastic back on it, and I can't even get it undone. You guys, I can't even see. It's how blind I am today. And the light, does anybody else have this problem when the light changes? You can't really see that. You can't see. My mom was so awesome. Oh, Lynn, huge hugs to you. I want you guys to think about something you want. So when we do our energy work portion, everybody can, and you don't have to be present to do it, Lynn. You can make your intention that you receive it, even if you go to sleep. You know how, does everybody know how intention and attention works? I glued the inside of my envelope, but you could add glue to your washi. Lisa, washi, depending upon, like, there's like the 3M brand of washi is good. The Scotch brand of washi is fairly good too. Some of these more beautiful decorative ones, like this is a decorative one. I don't know. It feels more like paper tape, like real paper tape. You know, the kind of like surgical paper tape, but it has a sticky to it. I could go ahead and put some glue down on my, I mean, that's a good idea. I could put some glue down on my envelope on the outside on the other side so that the washi sticks. Washi tape, I think washi tape is just meant to be decorative. I don't think it was ever meant to be functional, like, you know, really functional, like tape, like masking tape or Scotch tape and stuff like that. So I think it's meant more to be decorative, you know, for a temporary use, you know. So I definitely add glue if I'm going to use it for something to mail it, like send it in the post. If it's just for like a book or a journal, I don't mind it so much. So you guys see, now all I need to do is decide what I'm going to put in my mail art. And here's one piece. And see, that's why I said don't stress out whether it's really beautiful or not. Because, like, look, it looks great no matter what. And now I'm going to just find make an address label, make a return address, and then whatever I'm going to do, stick it in the post. I will, if I'm going to mail this just like this, if I decide to put washi tape over the outside of it, I will add some glue to the washi so that it doesn't come up. Hi, Renee. Oh, Cassandra, that sounds so nice. Your vacation sounds awesome. Lisa, enjoy her. My 11-year-old crafts with me sometimes. You guys want to laugh? So I go to my so that's just one. I'll show you the other ones that I made. For those of you that came late, I'll show you the other ones that I sewed. And I have tons more painting papers to make my. So here's what I made, you guys. Here's what I have so far in my mess. Because my mess has really gotten out of hand. Okay, I'm sorry. You guys are witnessing my mess. So this is the mail art that I've made so far. These are the ones I've sewed. I wish I could read you. You guys, this was a throwaway magazine. And I don't know what this one was. But you can see. And I sewed them all. I took them to my sewing machine. I sewed them. And I sewed them with a contrasting thread. So, and the reason I use those Japanese book pages is you see when you open it up, you can see them. Your mom was awesome too, Mary Kay. I don't know if my kids are going to think that when they're older, because they think I'm crazy now. This was a Vogue magazine front, and I don't know what it was on the back. It was a fashion magazine of some kind. And these are, I used, most of them are covers, but some of them are just the pages. So what I did was I laid 2 long pages because somebody's going to ask me. And here's another piece that I made, another piece of mail art. So somebody's going to ask me, like, how did I make the long envelope? So what you would do is if you were going to sew it or glue it, you would take one piece and lay it like this to the other. Okay, I don't know. Let me see how much you can see this in my video. Right, Jamie? So you would take one piece like this, and because when you bend it over, so do you see, like, so the long piece, let me see if this one's more contrasting. So do you see, so one was longer, and then I added the bottom part to it, right? And then you're going to, after you've sewn it or glued it, you're going to fold it over so that you end up with one longer side, you know, like an envelope. You could also make a journal cover like this too, you guys. I mean, wouldn't this be a crazy journal cover? Like, imagine folded it in half and, you know, you can make it longer. It would be a great journal cover, right? With a pocket. So now you guys see my crazy mail art obsession. But I'll show you some of my favorite painting papers that I painted today. So I got a pile of them going on here. Some of them I still need to glue stuff on the back. But I'm liking this. This is a great start. But do you see how none of them came out bad? Even if they weren't, like, you can't mess this up. You guys, you cannot mess it up. Look. You can't mess it up. No matter how hard you try, you can't mess it up. This is all that cheap paint, and I didn't even paint over all of it because the cover of the magazine looks like it had some black and white stuff because this is part of the magazine underneath it, that white. Do you see it? That's part of the magazine. So that's why I don't fuss over, like, painting over the whole thing. You cannot mess this up. You cannot mess it up. You can't mess it up. Don't stress out over the color palette. Just start doing it. Like, look, it's going to be great no matter what. How do you become the smartest person in the world? I'm sorry, I'm missing what you guys said. Yeah, your kids' opinion do change once you have your own kids. Oh, my kids think I'm stupid right now, you guys. One of my kids said to me that my daughter, the one that was like, why do you need all these magazines? That she was fussing at me. I didn't say anything to her. You guys, there's a point where you just can't. Yeah, I made that Viewmaster stencil, and I made it because I have a die cutting machine that cuts the Viewmaster, and I made it out of some packaging plastic. So I wanted something big and round, and I couldn't find. So all of these are painty magazine pages. None of them are like anything fabulous, so I don't want, you guys, you can't mess it up. You cannot mess this up. You can't mess it up, you can't mess it up, you can't mess it up. Like, you can't. It's mail art. You cannot mess it up. Each one is going to be a little different, and you're going to like all of them. All of them are going to end up being something, when you finish it, you're going to be like, I really love that. That was awesome. You know, you can't mess it up. You cannot mess it up. So, you know, now I have mail art for days. This is what happens when I get stressed out. Are you guys laughing? This was my stressed out. I need to, like, get some stuff made for my stress. Edna, how's your sister? You know what, Malia? You realize everybody's on their own journey. And you have to get to the point where you don't take other people's journeys as your personal issue. I know it's painful, but you have to get to that point. You know, you have to, you know, my favorite thing, somebody said this to me when, I don't know, it must have been, I don't know, when my oldest daughter was little. She said, the best advice I can give you, because she was a dear friend and I admired her and stuff like that. And I said, what is your best advice to me about, you know, being a parent And she said, my best life advice to you, and this is something that I remembered all the time. She said, have you ever ridden on an airplane and you know how the oxygen mask comes down and they say, put your mask on first and then put your children's mask on? She said, if you can remember to do that in your life with everyone, not just your children, but with your parents, with your friends, if you can remember to put your oxygen mask on first, you'll always be fine. And at first I was like, what? You know, like when you're in your 20s, you really don't know anything, right? Though you think you know everything. But as I've aged, I've realized that was the best advice she could give me. Because, you know, we all go through changing things in our lives, whatever it is, friends, family, parents. You know, my parents are gone now, but my father was like, he remarried a woman that was horrible. Like, she hated my sister and I, and we were very close to him. It was very, very hurtful to my sister and I. We were both, like, we both took it really personally, right? And she was just horrible, but I don't know whether he saw it or he didn't see it. He did later on, because fortunately for us, she passed a couple of years before he did, so we got to spend some time with our dad, and he apologized for a lot of stuff. But anyway, that's beside the point, because you can't live waiting for an apology. But it was the best advice because, you know, all the seasons change, people change, things happen. You know, you can't count on, your parents are not going to be the same parents they were when you were a child. And also think about it, you know, haven't you ever gone back to your childhood home, grew up in a home, and then you thought it was so huge, and you go back and find out it was the tiniest shoebox ever? It's like, it's all perception. But if you are okay with you, if you take care of you, everyone else in your life will be okay. It may not be to your likability. I mean, you can't control what other people do. But everybody else will be okay. And so I finally got what it meant when she said to me in my 20s, you know, make sure that you put your life mask on first. And it is so true. If I'm okay, my kids are okay. You guys have passed, I'll share with you, I need a little bit more time because I can't share with you all the stuff that's been going on with me, but I will. At another time, I'll share it with you, and then you'll see, like, wow, you know, and you still came into live streams, and you still present, and you, but you know why I do it? I do it for me. Because being here with you and painting ridiculous magazine pages is me putting my oxygen mask on first. It is me taking care of me. Even in the middle of my crap. It is me taking care of me. And, you know, I could have gotten caught up in my stress. I could have gotten so caught up in my crap. But I decided that I would put my mask on first and come and be with you guys. Because I'm doing it for me. For me. Thanks, Elizabeth. I love you, Lizzie. So I'm putting my mask on and I'm hanging out with you guys. And I'm painting ridiculous magazine pages and making mail art and making junk journals for me. I save my magazines for me. I have my crafting crap for me. Elizabeth, I'm learning it. It's like very hard, and it's hard for me sometimes because my kids go through all kinds of stuff and I want to save them. Of course I do, but I can't. I have to put my mask on and I have to wait. It's disrespectful for me to interfere. Thanks, Cassandra. But I'm just telling you, I come here for me. Like, I don't, you know, I come here and I hang out for me because you girls nourish my soul. Hanging out with you, even though we're like, I'm in Hawaii and you guys are all over the world. I'm hanging out with you and we're sharing our lives. And it, for me, it's putting on my oxygen mask. It's giving me a boost, especially when I'm not feeling like it. Carla, it's never too late. It is never too late. So put your oxygen mask on and you just keep going. So like, when I tell you what I've been going through, you guys will go, wow, that's like, you'll be like, cool, or you'll be like, that's horrible, or you'll be like, wow, and you did it anyway, and you came and you did it anyway. It's a hard lesson to learn, you know, but hey, we're learning it. And you know what? We're here for each other. We are here for each other. That's why I get so excited when I see what you guys post in the group. I get so excited when I see what you're doing and what you're making and how your creativity is like expressing itself and how you're just jumping out and trying new ridiculous things like painting magazine pages or whatever. But you're just taking the time to put your mask on you, right? Mary, you are right. There is nobody to take care of you but you, and you have to. Thanks, Mary Kay. I don't know if I feel the bravos well deserved, but I feel for myself that I have you guys. And I know I can come every week, no matter how crappy my day is. And I can come and I'm going to hear some fun things, and I'm going to hear some good things, and maybe some sad things too, but we can share it all. There's no judgment here. None whatsoever. And we can share the lurkers, and we can share the woo-woo, as I call it, and we can share, you know, the tears and the joy. Oh, Carla, we all love you. I love you girls so much. This group is my medicine too, Malia, and I come every week for my dose. I come twice a week, even when I can't. Like, you have no idea. I went to that parent-teacher conference. I'm telling you, I had to tell the lady in the parent-teacher conference because my daughter has learning disabilities. She has dyslexia, and I know because she's my last child, and I know that most of her learning is done at home, and school is for socializing. So I do my best with her every day. Clara says, how do you stay mindful in the present when it's too painful to be there? Clara, can I tell you a secret? You find a little spark of something that brings you joy. It can be anything. And you allow it to grow. Whatever that is. So like today I'm sitting in the middle of this parent-teacher conference, and trust me, my daughter struggles so much and we work so hard. Like it probably takes her 5 times as long to do homework than it does anybody else. And I work with her and she's here with me. But what I kept thinking the whole time I'm in there, and the lady wants to give me a lecture and all this stuff, and I was like thinking, she's my last child. You know what I want? I want her to love to learn, and she loves to learn. And I'm never going to make her, you know, because she's telling me her test scores are this and her test scores are, well, of course, she's got dyslexia. You can't teach somebody with dyslexia the same way you can teach somebody who doesn't have it. So all I kept thinking was, I'm going to do my live stream. I'm going to go do my mail art. I'm going to go paint some more papers. I'm going to hang out with my girls. I just kept focusing on, finally I tell lady, I said, I'm so grateful that you have my daughter's best interest at heart and that you're so concerned for her well-being. I said, I have an appointment that I have to go to, and I'm, you know, 'cause she wanted to continue, like as if beating me up over the fact that my daughter you can't teach her to test well. You know, she does it in her own way. Is going to do any difference? Like discussing it doesn't help. But I kept thinking, I'm going to go make my painty papers. It just made me happy. It didn't make me happy to sit there and be grilled about the fact that I know my daughter has learning disability. I work with her every single day, you know? Claire, you find a spark of joy. A spark of joy. Yes, our child is so much more important than test scores. Oh, you have no idea. I'm already like thinking, like, what am I going to do next year? 'Cause she'll be in junior high school, and she's such a sweet, caring, loving child. And, you know, she doesn't need to be made to feel bad. So I'm already like thinking of different options. Homeschool, private school, other things. You know, not that any of it's the answer, because you and I both know that being in the world is hard enough, but I'm thinking of my options. But you're right, Lisa. She's more than a test score. She's more than any of that. Button, I totally get it. I mean, homeschooling's looking better and better for me, you know? I get it. Yeah, test scores are not that important. Yeah, think about it. Think of all the useless things we learned in school. Think of all the things they could have taught us that they didn't. But it's okay. There's no they. There's only me, and that's where I am right now. But I'm only sharing that with you, Clara, because my spark of joy and happiness that got me through this constant whatever was going on was thinking about hanging out with you because it makes me happy. So you have to, it's like, you know when you've been in a rainy situation and suddenly there's like a spark of sun, how suddenly you go, oh, that feels so good, right? That spark of sun feels so good. Gotta look for that sun. Gotta look for that sun. So you girls are that way for me. And Sean when he hangs out with us. You're right, Button. I wanted to learn and not regurgitate stuff. You're right. I totally get it. Yeah, Lynn, I'm going to have to bite the bullet and do it too. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and do it too. Yeah, Jane, you know, the school system here is not so great. You know, primarily we put her in there because it's very difficult to make, you're making painty papers, Mary Kay, awesome, because it's hard to make friends here. No, I know we will, you know. I know, no, we will. Right? Aren't you glad your kids are done with school? Clara, there's great love here for you. I can just tell you that without the shadow of a doubt. You met a group of ladies, and occasionally Sean, who's not a lady, that are here and loving and supportive. And are your friends, will really be your friend. Not like, what can you give me kind of friend, but I'm here to share with you kind of friend. I'm listening, I'm here, I'm right here present with you kind of friend. Come on over and join our Facebook group. It's called Crafting Mamas on Facebook. You can post any craft. It doesn't have to be a paper craft just because that's my obsession. You can post any craft and everyone, there's only 2 rules, no selling and you have to be kind. So there's a lot of stuff going on for you. Cassandra's trying to get out of school too. Oh, I love you, Cassandra. All right, girls, who's up for some energy work? Big hugs, Lisa. Good night for you, Mary. Good for you, Mary. I'm glad you're here too. All right, so for those of you that are new, so I do a little energy boost. I usually do it at the end of most of my live streams. Sometimes I do it the whole live stream. I mean, I'm always sending you girls lots of love and energy and good vibrations. But at the end, it's just like a little recap of just giving you a little extra boost. Bye, Lisa. Big hugs. You can always come back and listen. The energy work stays here. And you can also give yourself conscious consent and you receive the energy, period. So all you have to do to participate is breathe. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Big hugs, Lisa, to you. So, and you can, you can come back and listen. And if you want to receive the energy, you can. All you need to do is say yes to yourself. And if you don't, you say no and you won't receive the energy. That's just how it works. It only works with conscious consent. So I'm just going to walk you through it. And I'm going to be sending you just love and support. The energy really is just you connecting to your higher self, to your own internal guidance system a little clearer. It's like if you have glasses, it's just like cleaning your glasses so you can see just a little bit more clear for you. It brings peace and calm. You may find you're more loving. You may find you're more open. It gives you the opportunity to let go of anything that doesn't serve you, and it allows you to ask your higher self for permission to be in more of alignment with your divine path, because only you know what that is, and all of ours is a little bit different. So all you have to do is breathe in, inhale through your nose, and exhale through your mouth, and just say yes if you want to receive the extra boost of love and support for your life. And you can include anyone you'd like to with it. Just know that when you're including like your family members, your pets, your home, if they don't, good night, Button, if they don't want to receive the energy, they'll, it's up to them. You can offer it. You can put them in the middle of a circle, and only positive things come. Right? That's all it is. It's only positive. Nothing but more positivity and living more in your own truth. So, image yourself in a big pillar of light. And this light is your light. This pillar of light spreads around your body, 6 feet in all directions. When you look up, you can't see the top. And when you look below you, you can't see the bottom. It's an endless beam of light. Allow your column of light to go deep, deep, deep into the earth. And when you've gone as far as you can easily and effortlessly and enjoyably imagine, allow your beam of light, your column of light, to grow tree roots. Allow these tree roots to go deeper, deeper, deeper still into the earth and spread far and wide. On the inhale, breathe in this beautiful earth energy. I see this energy like gold, but you can see, feel, think, or just know this energy any way that works for you. Inhale and feel this beautiful gold earth energy rising up through your tree roots. Breathe it in. Rising through your feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, hips. Feel this beautiful gold earth energy rising up through the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, your navel center. Feel it filling your chest. Feel it filling your shoulders. Feel it running down your arms and out your hands. Feel this gold energy rising up and filling your throat. Feel it filling your head and feel it fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can imagine. Ready? Breathe it in. And breathe it in. And breathe it in. Now imagine beautiful, heavenly, cosmic, angelic energy pouring in, fountaining in the top of your head. I see this energy like silver, but you can see, feel, think, or know it any way you'd like. Breathe it in to the top of your head, filling your face, filling your throat, feel it running down your arms, down your spine, filling your chest. Feel it in your navel center. Feel it in your lower abdomen. And feel it pouring out your legs, down your feet, and out into your tree roots. Ready? Breathe it in. And breathe it in. And breathe it in. Now I want you to give yourself permission to focus on your heart and breathe in and receive anything that you feel you need support in this time in your life. Focus on your heart and receive in love. Ready? Breathe it in and receive in love. And let go of anything that's not working for you. Ready? Breathe it in. And breathe it in. And breathe it in. Receive what you need on the inhale, and on the exhale, I want you to let go of anything that's not working for you. Ready? Receive in love, and let go of anything that's not working for you. And receive in love, and let go of anything that's not working for you. And one more time, receive in love, and let go of anything that's not working for you. Now I want you to include anyone that you feel that you may need an extra special boost. Everyone here with us, any of your family members, your pets, your home, your friends, places in the world like Puerto Rico, Cuba, Texas, Florida, the Bahamas, the Virgin Islands, anywhere that's had extreme weather, Mexico, anywhere that needs extra love and support, include that too. Receive in love and send it out to everyone in love. Receive in love and give in love. And one more time. Receive in love and give in love. Tell me what you feel, see, think, or know. And it can be anything. Good night, Jane. Good night, Becky. Good night, Luana. Good night, Mary. There's no right or wrong. Each one of us is different in our own way, and we receive exactly what we need. Some people feel more peace. Awesome, Samantha. Good night, Lynn. Big hugs to you and your family. Some people feel, good night, Edna. Sending you love and your sister love too, and your family in Puerto Rico. Some people feel more peace. Some people feel more relaxed. Some people feel more present. Good night, Joyce. Everybody feels something different, even though we all receive the same energy. Share what you feel, see, think, or know. Hugs to you, Edna. You can share anything you want. You can share, some people may say, I feel nothing, and that's fine too. There's no right or wrong. Relaxed. Awesome, Carla. How much more do you have to do on your journals? A lot or a little? Little details? Ooh, they're beautiful, Carla. You've done an outstanding job. They look great. You're almost done. Awesome. You're welcome, Samantha. Even if you don't feel anything, know that you've received. If you've said yes, then you've received this extra love and support coming to you and for you. I love them. They're really fabulous. I can't wait to see a flip through. I'm excited. They're so beautiful. You did such a great job. If anybody has anything else they want to add before we say goodnight, let me know. There's no right or wrong. Oh, Sherry's sending you blessings too. Yeah. All right, my lovelies. Know that you can come back and listen anytime and receive this energy boost. And receive the energy to support you and wherever you are and what you're going through. If you guys want to ever join my monthly free energy work session, there's a link in many of the boxes. Clara, I'm sending you so much love. Do you feel better, I hope? Do you feel a little better? Amberly, we're all sending you the love and support you need on your journey right now. You're going to find the best place. I know it. I know it with my whole heart that you're going to find the best place. Clara, how are you feeling? You feel a little better? Oh, good. It's going to work out, Amberly. We're sending you love. Clara, you can come back and listen to this anytime. The energy work stays there. The energy, the support and love stays there. I think waiting is not anyone's forte, Amberly. I don't think any of us wait well. I don't think any of us wait well at all. At all. Clara, I'm so happy. You know, I don't know what I'll call this. Maybe I'll call this Craft and Chat Magazine Mail Art. So if you come back and listen to the last 10 minutes of the video, of the thing, you can receive the energy work. It'll still be here supporting you the whole time. And Scotty, if you're listening, we love you. We know that you needed to leave to go get some rest, but I just wanted you to know that I'm sending you a lot of love. You guys come on over and join our Facebook group, Crafting Mamas. There's always a lot of fun and creativity going on there. And big, big, big hugs to each and every one of you. I'm sending you guys so much aloha. Big hugs and lots of love. And I'll post pictures of my mail art. I promise I'll finish it all in the next day or so and I'll post it. Okay, my lovelies. I love you. Have a wonderful weekend. And don't forget, Carla's doing Football Widows on Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, I think. Anyway, Carla's Caged Fish. Big hugs. Take care, ladies. Aloha.